Ready to improve your marriage, but just don't know how? Want your marriage to be a place you look forward to being instead of the same old, same old? Stay tuned for an episode of Recharging Your Marriage coming up right now. Hello, I'm Zev Halpern, and thanks for joining us for Recharge Your Marriage. Tonight's show will have 3 segments aimed at moving your marriage forward. We'll begin with the Marriage Matters segment. We'll share perspective, tips, and suggestions. Our second segment is Sexpectations, where we'll be in the bedroom to find ways to melt away some of that sexual ice that may have built up between you two. We'll conclude with the Marriage Pulse, where we'll hear from you about your marriage frustrations and what you really need from your marriage. You won't want to miss that. Why a TV show about marriage? Usually, TV's an escape from marriage. Recharge Your Marriage is an opportunity to focus your valuable time on improving your marriage in the privacy of your own space, accessing the content when you want to, on TV or on the net. This show is about all of us married people, so your input is highly valued and encouraged. I have a small request. Open your minds a bit. Think about what you can do to meet each other's needs. Hold or let go of the no way, no how. My experience as a couples counselor has taught me that couples need a pull and even a push sometimes to get their relationships unstuck. Ask yourselves, why did we get together in the first place? You had a dream for the present and future. You were more in sync. What mattered most was you were together. Where'd all that go? The why of our marriage is so darn important. Are you in touch with the why? One of the main goals of Recharge Your Marriage is to help you connect the why of your marriage. I've been married for 30 years, and I've been working with couples for 20 plus. At a low point in my own marriage, we were able to turn things around, and I want to help you do the same. I developed closermarriage.com and the Recharge Your Marriage show because I want to help as many couples as I can to get back in sync and enjoy the benefits of a closer, more understanding and conscious marriage. Well, let's get right to the matter segment with 5 steps you can take now to recharge your marriage. I brought a stick with me. Please pick up the imaginary stick in front of you, feel the sand between your toes, and now draw a line in the sand between what you've tried before and today. That was then, this is now. So number 1, begin prep work on yourself because it starts with you. If you're disappointed and angry about your marriage, it's likely to be the message you're communicating. Angry people aren't very attractive and they scare people away. Shake off the disappointment and anger and resentment. It's not easy to let go of it. I get that. And it's not going to just disappear. But you can contain it, at least for a while. This will allow you to stop communicating from anger and allow a new, more positive message to emerge. 2, break the ice. Get on the record with a new message, one that communicates hope, like, I really want our marriage to change for the better. Remember, in marriage and in all our relationships, it's not always about you. Ask your partner what they may need from you and show some willingness to grant their request. Express what you want and need from your marriage. Try to define it. Listen. Really listen. We're not telepathic, even if we think we can read our spouse's mind. Avoid blaming your partner with, you always do this wrong, negative rants. Instead, talk about what you need with, I really like it when you do that. Show appreciation. And 3, shake up the unhappy marriage routine. Remember, a little risk can have big rewards. Do something for your spouse that shows you get them and you understand what they really need. Sincere, non-demanding actions speak volumes about your willingness to do what it takes to get your marriage on track. Don't get frustrated if your partner doesn't seem to appreciate your actions right away. Give yourself some credit for the worthy effort. You deserve it. And 4, focus on what you can do. It's only human that hearing no, can't, or won't too often sets up negative expectations. You're not required to do anything that's not possible or not reasonable. However, this is a good time to reevaluate the won't or no can do in your marriage and focus on the can do and yes. And 5, explore, experiment, play a little. We all deserve some fun, and adult play is so underrated. Schedule time together in a non-threatening way. Plan some agreeable activities to discover together. The point is, get out of the house, try something new together, and put it on that calendar. That says it's important for both of you. Just look at it as a mutual experiment, not another marital disappointment. Okay, ready to ignite a spark in your marriage and relight the flame? Walk with me to the bedroom for the sexpectation segment of the show. Perhaps we can tweak the intimate side of marriage and get something started with the two of you. Well, you see, we've changed the venue so we can focus on the intimate side of your marriage. Marriage and domestication, you know, those sweats, go hand in hand. But it isn't always the best combo for a healthy physical relationship in your marriage. It's good to step out of the domestic role and into a remember how good we made each other feel mode. Whether you're young, old, secular, religious, and like all of us, a member of our diverse human race, you know the tingling, sensual, hot feelings I'm talking about without giving it a label that might keep you from going there. Some of you haven't had sex with your partner for a very long time. Some of you have sex by yourselves. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Millions of your fellow humans are doing and not doing the same. Why the bedroom? Please don't jump to conclusions. Sex can happen anywhere. Oh, you have sex all over the place, not just the bedroom? We couldn't be more pleased. Keep doing what you're doing, couple number one. You're our role model. We're mostly talking to those of you that want to reconnect physically and have some sexual contact, have fallen out of sexual contact, can't get it started. One of you wants to, one of you doesn't. Tonight, we'll start light and find ways to reconnect, doing something physically soothing for each other. I've never heard any bad feedback about soothing. Soothing is definitely good. We need lots of soothing in this world. Anybody second the motion? I have a second. Let's get some mutual intimacy flowing between you without a whole lot of procrastination and hoopla. Intimacy is a mindset that's constructed of emotional closeness, communication, physicality, not just sex. So today, I brought props. By the way, it's okay to have some props. Little plastic massagers. Remember, we're trying to find a way to push and pull the right button and switches to get things going and flowing in your marriage. We all have those amazing human buttons and switches on board our bodies, and no matter how long they've been dormant, when stimulated the right way, emotionally and physically, they operate and can bring lots of emotional and physical pleasure. Tonight, we'll experiment with mutual soothing, powered by our desire to focus and give our spouse some feel-good time. This can be done anywhere you're comfortable. Start downstairs, move up to the bedroom. The bedroom is a private place. It's your marital retreat. It's good to have a place to sit down, relax, get comfortable with each other. Even in the smallest bedroom, chairs or a small couch can provide the opportunity for private time. Or just hop on the bed. No miracles, just your undivided attention. Keep the expectations down unless you both want to turn this into the big event. If you two are ready to go for it, please don't let us interfere. And you know what big event I'm talking about. Sex happens sometimes, and sometimes it really needs a jump start. We want you to exchange some good feelings. We want you to feel good about each other and your marriage. Couples that develop private and personal together activities and rituals are happier couples. In time, when you're ready, you can make some attempts at some kind of sexual thing between the two of you. Some kind of mutual sexual thing is a real good start. It doesn't always have to be the big event. It doesn't have to be perfect. It might not be like it was when you first met. You know, lusty, hot. That's all you wanted to do was jump on top of each other. It's just good to get into it and find something that works, something that's good enough. Not a porno movie where sustained sexual arousal appears superhuman. And you have to tell your spouse what feels good. Yes, make some noise. Ooh, yes. I like it when you do that. I really like it when you touch me that way. Show some gratitude. It's a real effort to get this going. Stay away from the negative buzz killers like, we're too old. Just get the show rolling. So here's what I ask my clients to do between the initial sessions. And I'm letting you in on one of my most successful trade secrets. Try massaging your spouse's back and shoulders with a plastic massager. My gift to couples I work with in the office and online, you don't even have to touch each other with your hands. Just let the plastic do the pleasuring and try it for 10 minutes or so and switch. This serves to reconnect you, and you need to be reconnected. Not, okay, we did this improving intimacy exercise, now I need sex. Are you ready for me yet? Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You could take your clothes off, shirt, blouse, or not. It's your decision. You're adults. Only something you feel like doing with a can-do attitude. Your effort will be so well received by your spouse, and your marriage will be 100 times better for it. and you'll have taken a step towards your marriage, not away from it in anger and continual frustration. You can make your marriage a more intimate place you might look forward to being. Well, let's move back to the office for the Marriage Pulse segment, where we hear it straight and raw from your mouth about marriage. What you don't want, and you won't want to miss that. Welcome back. This is the Marriage Pulse segment, where we hear the raw skinny about what's not working for you and what you really need. It's your chance to vent anonymously about your relationship and let some of the pressure out, and most importantly, be heard. We all like to be heard, not ignored. And guess what? Other people have issues and frustrations in their marriages that some of us can readily relate to. So I asked some men and women to comment on their marriages anonymously. You won't see them, you'll hear them. I appreciated their candid responses and courageous truths about their marriage. The anonymous format was safe and encouraged them to be honest. So let's listen in on some of their responses to the following questions. So what do you need from your spouse?
Support. Somebody who will not necessarily always agree with me, but somebody who will support what I believe, who will support what I say, who will back me up when I feel like I need advice. Somebody who will be honest and open. Somebody who will tell me what I need to hear, and but not placate me.
If I could wave a magic wand and say, here's what I want, it would be that she would be much more sensual and sexual with me. Sex would not be just something she does because she's married. Sex would be something that, she wants to have, on a regular basis. And, I never can do something she's interested in. The good thing is that whenever I have generally asked for it, for the most part, she says, okay, not a problem. But I wish, for once she would, take me by the hand and say, let's go up to bed. And that's something that in 33 years of marriage and relationship has never happened. I love her very much. I love this woman. I just wish that there was more sexuality to the relationship.
I need him to be honest with his feelings. I need him to be able to trust me, to know that I know what I'm doing. I need to have him believe that I have the best interest of the family, that we're on the same page with things, and to be able to express myself freely without having negative reactions.
What I need from my spouse is someone to challenge me to be better, to make me better than I ever thought I could be by giving me the little hints, the suggestions, the support, the willingness to let me try new things and be a better person than I was before, to make me stronger than I ever thought I could be. And that's what I have in my wife.
Sounds like real married people to me. What don't you need from your spouse?
Yeah, I don't need somebody to tell me, just what they want me to hear to shut me up. I don't need somebody who's going to fix my problems, who's going to tell me how I did things wrong and how I should do it better, unless I'm in a predicament and I ask for their advice on something like that. I don't need somebody to tell me I'm wrong all the time. I get enough of that in the real world. It's nice to know every once in a while that I could get something right. To hear the good things, to hear thank you, and I really like the way you do this, or you really look nice today, you really put that extra effort into something.
I can't think of anything I don't need from my wife. She gives me everything. She nurtures, she supports, she loves me, she, takes care of my children, she takes care of me, she's compassionate, she's kind, and, Other than the sex being a bit less than I would have hoped for, the rest of it is all relatively good.
I don't need anybody to micromanage me. I don't need anybody to question every last little detail of my life. I don't need someone to patronize me, think that he knows better than me just because. I need somebody specific. Don't need somebody to look down to.
What I don't need is a person telling me what is right and wrong when I know what's right and wrong. I need a person to tell me what's wrong when I can't see that it's wrong, or to tell me what's right when I can't see what's right. But I hate being told what's right and wrong when I know what's right and wrong. I also hate being told what to do. I like being asked what to do. So telling me what to do doesn't work, but asking me always works.
It's so important for both of you to define what you need from marriage. We're not mind readers, and if we were, my profession would take on a whole new meaning. What peeves you the most about your spouse?
What peeves me the most is being ignored. I don't need to work hard to have somebody to get my spouse's attention. I should be able to have that pretty readily. I don't like it when they run away and try and hide somewhere in the house to avoid having to do things or talk to me or take care of the children. That's, it feels too much like being a single parent when you're not supposed to be a single parent.
The thing that pisses me off more about my wife than anything else is that I'm the one that always has to initiate sex. That's the thing that just, it's like I'll follow her around. I'm looking at her. I'm watching her and so forth. She gets very uncomfortable when I'm watching her. She doesn't like it. And she doesn't realize that, when I'm looking at her, I'm just getting fucking horny. And, geez, can't you see that? I guess what I want her to do is to be able to read my mind.
Having him make excuses continuously, dropping the ball, no follow through, just continuous over and over, making excuses for everything.
Wow. Sex, ignoring, criticizing, excuses. Well, that's all we have time for tonight. If you want to be heard on the show anonymously, let us know. Thanks for joining us tonight. Stay tuned for future Recharge Your Marriage episodes, jam-packed with info, guests, and stimulating surprises. Email comments, questions, and opinions to zev@closermarriage.com. If your marriage needs help, or you're a spouse with a reluctant partner, check out the Recharge Your Marriage programs at closermarriage.com. Check out the Closer Marriage blog. Your comments are always welcomed and encouraged. Like our Facebook pages, Closer Marriage Now and Recharge Your Marriage. Tweet us at Closer Marriage or at Zev Halpern, Recharge Your Marriage. For show access 24/7, log in to mymcmedia.org website. And finally, listen, hug, kiss, touch, talk, validate, empathize, and cuddle. And for all of us in these challenging times, be kind to those you meet. We're all fighting a great battle. We're all in need of some loving kindness. See you next time for Recharge Your Marriage.